How you doing, Liam?
Yeah, I'm all right, pal. Are you?
What you on with?
No, just got back from work literally about 25 minutes ago, so it's downtime now.
Good man. Right, let's get stuck straight in then. Let's get stuck straight in. Boaz has left Adrien Mole. What do you make of that?
The first of many.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's going to be
The-
happening. It.
Yeah, apparently in contract, if they can't get any Sky deals, no, it's on TV, fight on TV, then the contract's void. I'm not too sure how true that is, so I reckon a lot will go.
Do you think Big Freeze will go?
Yeah, he'll be next. I'm surprised he didn't go after all that messing about who was supposed to be fighting.
Yeah, a
Fabio
bit
Wardley
back when.
first fight.
Yeah, when he first started. What about Adam Azim?
Oh, he'll go. He'll go to Warren, I think.
Yeah. Do you feel that the boxing hierarchy, the old stages in the game, have not done him any favors? I mean, Super Bean was saying that he's like my little brother and I'm so protective over him. But where's Super Bean riding to his rescue now? And Johnny Horsecock couldn't do enough for him when he got his Sky exclusive deal. None of them seem to be going into bat for Adrian Mole, do they?
No, I think it's been a big game plan to get him out of Sky.
Yeah, by all of them behind the scenes.
Yeah, which I don't like him, but I feel sorry for somebody who's trying to make it in industry, but he had no chance, did he really?
He shouldn't have really had that deal anyway. He'd had four shows, and Carl Greaves had to hold his hand for two of them.
Yeah, I know.
How did he end up with that gig anyway? This is what I say, Adrian Mole, piss off.
I don't know. I don't know how he got. I don't know how he got job in first place, but obviously, as a young lad trying to make it in
Yeah,
industry, and he had no chance. He had no chance against
he
them
didn't know
lot.
what he was doing, mate. End of. He's on spectrum. Right, let's move on from him. I hope we never see him again because he was a bit aloof when he had that deal. He thought he was solid. He's about as solid as a marshmallow. Uh, Joshua Tony Yoka, Don Charles's fighter rumored, but they're also saying Barry Hearn has come out and said Jake Paul fight is very, very close for end of year. What do you make of this, Yoka or Jake Paul for Joshua?
Uh, Boxing's in a sorry state of affairs if the Jake Paul fight happens,
Yeah,
uh, but I think it will. I think it will happen.
yeah.
I do. Unfortunately, uh, got to bear in mind, only 2 years ago, Eddie was lagging off Fury for fighting Ngannou, and who were next, Joshua. And it's just, I don't know. It's a massive cash out in it for Joshua. It's
Well,
for
it's
that
free
fight.
money in it. It's free money.
Yeah. Uh, I think Yoka would probably lick him anyway.
Dear.
I know he's a busted flush now. He's been beat a couple of times and drug tests and all that, but I think he's too dangerous for Joshua at this stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is he? Olympic gold medalist,
He's
six
all,
foot
yeah,
seven.
yeah.
Yeah, so
So they'll
yeah,
go
I
for
think it's a bit
Jake
dangerous.
Paul, won't they?
Yeah, that'll generate hundreds of millions of pounds, won't it? I should imagine
You
on
think you mean
Netflix and
last
everything.
chance saloon, Liam? We Joshua now.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
There'll be Jake Paul. They'll cash his Jake Paul fighting, and then they'll go for another big fight, get knocked out, and that'll be it. It'll be done.
Well, Eddie's just come out and said that they're in discussions and something's going to be revealed in the next few weeks. So we've been out at ring 11 months, funny now, Joshua nearly.
Yeah, well, I think he needed that time off after that beatdown that he took.
Yeah.
Uh, but I don't know who else. I don't know who else in top 20 is a winnable fight for him.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the Fury fight looks further away than ever, doesn't it now?
Yeah, but no one's bothered anyway. I don't think.
Yeah, I think they know that as well, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, people are still tuning in if it happened, but everyone's absolutely sick to death for build up for 6 months, then nothing happens. Just same as all his career basically. Wilder was supposed to be happening, Fury was supposed to be happening, and nothing's happened, has it?
Yeah, nobody seems to be listening to anybody, do they?
No, well, it's too dangerous for him, isn't it? It's too risky. Is it? he's not just a sportsman; he's an investment, isn't he?
Yeah. Somebody else who's not listening at all, the Lazy Rhino. He's got a contract to fight Johnny Fisher, right? He's not
Yep.
exercising his right for Johnny Fisher. He's rolled over and let Eddie tickle his belly, and they're putting him in with a roadman for another beatdown.
It's funny that I've been working with my dad today, and we've been talking about it. If there's going to be any fight where that ends Dave's career, it's this one or next one.
Yeah. They don't care for Dave Allen, do they, a match room?
Now I know he picked the opponent and stuff, but even still, it's
Why didn't you just take the TKV fight? I know that fell through, but they can still get that now. Dark line. But I don't know, mate. Look, he's got a contract there to fight Elmer Fudd again. So why don't you get a lawyer and go after him and say, exercise this right with his contract or pay him up for breach of contract? That's all he's got to do. He's not got to let Eddie run rings around him. He's got this like fanboyism around Eddie, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think Eddie could have told him any opponent and it'd have took it.
He talked him into it. I can't believe he's supposed to be a manager and trainer of fighters. And yet again, he's doing a Luis Ortiz type move, isn't he? Yeah, go take a good hiding. That's all he's doing. He's taking a good hiding. Then they'll give it Fisher fight down the line when he's got a bigger belly and had a year out or something to get over his injuries. I mean, how stupid is he?
It's see, I don't rate. What's his name? Who he's boxing? Makhmudov, is it?
Aslan Makhmudov.
Yeah, I don't rate him as a boxer, but he's a big, strong bloke who can hit like an horse kicking. And it's last thing that Dave needs to be fighting a massive puncher like that. I don't know. I can't work out that decision.
Well, look, Eddie Hills has just said if you beat this guy, you're going to get Parker or Joshua or Wilder and £1 million. He's won a lot more to fight them, wouldn't you? What considering what everybody else is getting. So hang on a minute. Let's say he beats Makhmudov. They put him in with AJ, Wilder or Parker. But weren't we hearing that a few months back? And now he's got to beat Makhmudov to get to them. That's not what they said 2 months ago, is it?
No, I think Makhmudov's a more dangerous fight than Joshua.
Listen, why if Makhmudov's that good, why ain't he with Joshua?
Too risky.
You know what I mean? They're going to try and they might put him in with Joshua after Dave Allen, but he'd probably be too risky. But this guy was tipped, and I tipped him to win a world title. Dave Allen doesn't throw enough leather to beat this guy. What's he going to do? Take a beat down for 8 rounds and then start throwing that bolo punch that he throws, quick downstairs and upstairs. That ain't going to work against some guy like this guy, is it?
No, I think the decision's being made based off the what's he called now? Forgot his name. I'm terrible with names today. I think I've inhaled too much gloss. The German. What's he called?
Wallin.
No,
Caballel.
Caballel, yeah. I think he's going off the Caballel performance, thinking, hold on a minute, if he can ride out a couple of rounds and start working his body, he's a big lump, so he might gas.
Dave Allen's not Caballel.
No, but he thought that against David Price, and the complete opposite happened.
Can you imagine being a fly on wall while they're sorting game plan out for this? Dave, just take loads of punches to Ed and hope that the guy breaks his hands on your head, and round 9 will jump on him. Fucking hell.
Yeah, it's I feel for him again, to be honest with you, because he was going to get an hard fight. He was going to be thrown into a hard fight, no matter who were managing him. You know what I mean?
Listen, if Johnny Fisher had pulled a punch from Gods, right, and beat Rhino at second one, or after the first one, they said there's no Rhino fight, and they'd have put Johnny Fisher, Elmer Fudd in with Makhmudov, we'd have all said he's a lamb to slaughter, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
It looks to me like, yet again, Rhino's being took to meat market, doesn't he? At slaughterhouse.
Yeah, it's a win-win for Eddie, I think. He'll either get Dave in with Joshua and earn a couple of million, or Makhmudov will beat Dave and he'll chuck Makhmudov in with Joshua.
No, put Miles on Dave, and then we could put either Dave with Joshua for peanuts, or throw him in with Fisher and honour that contract. Yeah.
There's always a game plan behind. There's always a plan behind it, isn't there? On Eddie's part.
he seems to be gullible, doesn't he, Rhino? He talks tough on YouTube, and then when it comes down to it, he rolls over and has his arsehole tickled. He should be going
Don't.
nowhere near Macmedoff. Nowhere near. Forget all that. Oh, you'll get £1,000,000 if you beat him. Well, if you beat David Price, they offered him 400 grand for Povetkin, didn't they?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
And what happened when he turned up for David Price? Turned up in shape, but just kept plodding forward, not throwing any punches. What is that your
Yeah.
game plan? Well, I'm not going to throw, and I hope the guy tires. What on earth is that?
I think, unfortunately, I think that's the only way he could beat Mac. You don't know, he might pull some out bag and completely surprise me, but the only way I think he can beat Makhmudov is if Makhmudov overlooks him and he don't come in shape, but I can't see it.
Listen, mate, it's a load of knackers. David Price fight was over 6 years ago, right? Over 6 years ago. And they said Rhino were finished then, didn't they?
Yeah, yeah, they did.
It's one fight away from Parker, Wilder, or Joshua now. How can that be?
No,
How
to be
can
honest
that be?
with you,
Who's he beating that 6 year plus period? Who's his best win? Elmer Fudd.
yeah, that's it. That's all you can.
He's
That's all
now
that's there,
one
isn't it?
fight away from £1,000,000. Think I better get gloved up and you. What do you think? Should we make a comeback?
I think so. I'll have to shift a bit of timber though first.
Okay. John Coffey. Where does he go now? Bricktop's still not speaking about John Coffey or his house party until he spoke to him. The dad, Stan Dubois, Stan the Man, and John Coffey. They're going to have to meet with Bricktop after Stan the Man's holiday. So, where do you see it all going? And with Bricktop going to hit the roof?
I've got a sneaky suspicion that Bricktop might wash his hands with Dubois.
Have you?
Yeah, just because he's quit 3 times, hasn't he? Let's be right. He's quit well twice, but like you say, he were going to quit against Lorena, weren't he?
You were what?
He were going to quit against Lorena until he landed a couple of decent shots.
Yeah.
He's quit 3 times. He's very robotic. He's not engaging. He's not a good at publicity. I think he might wash his hands of him.
Well, I ain't got a problem if Bricktop drops him and just lets him stay at home with a box of Lego all day and a big bag of jelly babies.
That could happen.
Okay. Daniel Dubois, though, getting back to him, aka John Coffey. Did he quit, Liam? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Why can't these YouTubers come and admit it then when they're doing these interviews? Why is that? Because they all want to do an AD Alapido, don't they? They all think they're going to land with a job on a network. But AD Alapido is only there, if the truth be known, because of the colour of his skin. That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
That is the bottom line. There's plenty of YouTubers that are better than him and don't kiss arse. So I don't know. It's just that people seem to think they're doing these YouTube channels. They've got to suck male dick, especially promoter dick. And it's pretty.
Yeah, I don't know. We need some. We need you. We need you with press access.
You know what? I would not even accept press access no more because I know what goes on to get it. You've got to play the ball. You've got to play the ball. Colin Hart told me years ago, and I went, yeah, whatever. But he were right, wasn't he? They all play the ball. Am I the type of guy that's going to want to be like Juggears Oliver? No.
No.
There you go. I'm not that type of person. But these people are thick-skinned because they can't get anything going in their lives other than what they're doing. What would Spencer Oliver be doing if he weren't at Talksport? He'd be on Dole, wouldn't he?
Yep. Yep, definitely.
What would Johnny Nelson be doing if he weren't at Sky? He'd be selling. He'd be selling crack in Pitsmore on front line, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
That's what he would be doing. That's the bottom line. Okay. Bricktop's come out and he's done nothing but savage B-side Bellew all week. What do you make of that? And B-side Bellew's been coming out and he's been saying, Dubois, quit. I agree with Tony on this. He quit. And I said before the fight, if you look on my video, go back a week, it says, will John Coffey quit a third time? Yes or no? Everybody called me a hater. Well, he quit, didn't he? If there's quit in you and you're getting multi millions and you're getting knocked about, You're going to pack in, aren't you? That's what he did because it was in his makeup.
Yeah, if you're a quitter, if things start getting tough and you can't handle it, there's nothing to be embarrassed about. If you can't handle it, then you're in the wrong game, aren't you? You're in the wrong sport.
I don't think he'll fight again, him, me.
He embarrassed himself. I think he quit mentally after the first three jabs hit him in first round.
You know what? He went knackered after 30 seconds in that fight. You know, I seen it myself, mate. I thought he's gone here. Him, he went back foot, wasn't he? He was trying to
Yeah,
be Pernell Whitaker.
yeah, it was done. I mean, all that party. I mean, what kind of 27-year-old bloke asks to be excused from a party? You know what I
Oh,
mean? What?
oh, it's obvious that he's a big dummy, in it. You know what I mean? He gets up in the morning. He don't even know if he's hungry. He has to ask his old man.
Yeah, I know. I said it last time I were on. He's going to end up resenting his dad when he gets into his 40s and he looks back. He'll think, "Fucking hell!" Like he's a bit like Michael Jackson with his dad, probably taking a pasting just to do. You know what I mean? Just to succeed.
Hey, listen, there's no wrong with taking pit belt to your children, mate. I had it all the way through the 70s. My old man there in his fucking pit vest. You know what I mean?
What
Pulling
doing
his
your
belt
leathering?
off. But here we go. Uh, okay. Tony Bellew's done an interview on IFL TV. I thought he spoke half all right in it, to be honest, but he's very, very biased against Matchroom, as we know. But the interviewer, who we all know very well, is getting loads of stick for the interview for basically soft questions. Do you feel that this is the way forward for these people? Because if you look at Bellew, right, all he does is kiss arse, doesn't he? Barry Earns' interview said that, Tony Bellew's gave his time. He's come all the way to Essex from Liverpool for this charity fishing thing and turn up. Him and Jez Harding were laughing. He'd turn up if he had one leg, Tony, and he were dying. So they know he's basically a kiss arse, don't they?
Yeah, yeah, he is. Uh, I do agree with him on the Dubois
Yeah.
situation, but other than that, I've got no time
That
for
with
Bellew.
Joshua, he'd be saying he didn't quit, wouldn't he?
Oh yeah, him saying he went out on his shield, all that kind of stuff. But no, I just haven't got any time for. See, the thing is, when I'm scrolling YouTube, if I see somebody who I don't rate their opinions very often, I just don't bother. I just don't give time of day. And unfortunately, Bellew falls into that category for me.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, he does. It's pretty embarrassing, isn't it, now, Tony? It's got to the stage now where you're thinking, what's he going to do next? Because he is an absolute matchroom kiss ass of the highest, and I mean highest order. And then he's come out in this interview and has gone, yeah, well, at least I were up at 6 against Usyk. No, he were counted out, getting up at 9, and referee counted him straight out, didn't he?
Yeah, see, that's what I mean. It's all bullshit. He said that technically we were outboxing him and that. No, he was boxing out his absolute skin, and Usyk weren't even out of first gear. And as soon as he changed levels, that was it. It was game over, wasn't it?
I have this argument with Carl Froch a few years ago. Right? I'm going to say this, right? Old big nose, right, with his beak. And he's like, no, 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 Tony, we're outboxing. That's Johnny Nelson. I said, what horsecock? I'm not asking him anything. Tony Bellew, right, got put on Button Moon and Usyk were just fainting, and Bellew were having to work for his life. He threw more leather in them in them rounds than he'd ever done in any previous fight. Normally, I mean, I remember him fighting Oval Mackenzie, getting bounced off at canvas.
Yeah,
Point I
I
want
remember
to
that
make
fight. Yeah,
is, yeah, point I want to make is this: he never won a clear round in that fight against Usyk. Where are these people coming from? There were 3 shared rounds early on. Usyk was just fainting and just smiling and prowling around. It was Bellew who looked scared to death, like a rabbit in headlights, shitting his pants.
yeah, I agree. The shared rounds. I think the reason he looked good is because he made Usyk miss a few times and threw a few counters. But other than that, it was throwing, like you say, it were working out of his skin just to keep up with Usyk's pace,
Yeah,
and he were done.
yeah,
After round 6, he was absolutely done.
yeah. I agree. I agree. Okay, okay. Anthony Yard. No, we'll leave that one for part 2. Usyk Parker. Usyk
Yeah.
Parker. What do you think to that one? Oh, WBO have ordered it. Is it a Wembley fight or an O2 fight or a Tottenham Hotspur fight? Because we've got a
Uh,
New Zealand guy there against a Ukrainian, and people are saying, "Oh, it could be Wembley, could be Spurs." What do you think?
no, I think it's more likely an O2 or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a big ticket seller, is he, Parker?
No, Parker in Usyk's very popular though on social media.
Yeah, I think if anybody doesn't sell tickets, it'd be to go and actually watch
Usyk.
Usyk in the flesh. Yeah, don't see him in real life, and you can say in 50 years' time, you will. Well, hopefully, if we get to that age, you can say we were there when we saw Usyk defend all his belts. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Uh, but Parker, I can tell you the result now before fights have even been signed. It's not interested really.
that's the attraction with Usyk now, isn't it? People are like, do you know what? I want to go see him before it's on my bucket list to see somebody like that in it.
Yeah, yeah, that's all it is.
Yeah.
He's completed boxing.
What about Bricktop's interview where he said if Usyk vacates, it'll be Parker versus a Toma or Dylan White for vacant WBO. What do you think to that?
Ridiculous, ridiculous,
Yeah.
absolutely ridiculous. If White gets another title shot, then it just shows how corrupt boxing is.
White would have to beat a Toma and then beat Parker, for to be a world champion, wouldn't it? Or a interim champion, if you know what I mean. Whichever way
Yeah,
how they work it.
he told me how old is he? 20, 21.
20 coming up 21. White 37.
I think Parker would smash a Toma to bits now at this stage in his career.
I do. Thomas had it all his own way against old men and stiffs. He could come a cropper against the Cam man if the Cam man's fit.
Yeah, well, possibly. I'd say it's probably what 80-20 in his favour, but I don't know. Dillian White's not been the same since the Povetkin knockout.
Yeah, since
I don't think.
Mark Tibbs.
Yeah, he actually never lost under Mark Tibbs, did he?
No,
Then he based himself out in Portugal. He ain't been the same since. And he's getting on a bit now, and he's in his mid-30s.
he's mid to late 30s, isn't he? Well, I think he's 37. White.
Yeah. So I think this is a cash out job for him. I can't see it going 4 rounds, really.
No,
No, I can't. He's been in some wars. He's took some ammo. He's been knocked out brutally a couple of times. Uh, and I think Itoma's fast enough and smart enough to ping him. But I've got a funny feeling he's going to get knocked out in uppercut in about 3 rounds.
yeah, he's approaching 38. Dylan White.
Is he? Yeah. Yeah, so I'm going to have a cheeky bet on round 3, I think. Round 3
Yeah.
stoppage.
Okay, you want to go on to part two, Liam?
Yeah, I'll be there in a sec.
Cheers, mate. I'll see you on part two. Pop, pop, bang. Thanks for liking and subscribing and leave a comment. And don't forget to click on the link in the comments section that's pinned up at the top to take you straight to the website. Human Nutrients. There you go. That's where it's at. If you want to look good for your age, pop, pop, bang. Peace out.